Another business owner is helping some residents picking up the pieces from Idalia by helping them take care of themselves. Dragon Rise's College of Oriental Medicine workers there are offering free acupuncture following Idalia. Now the director of the college says the treatment is used worldwide during certain catastrophes or other tragedies. Now employees were stationed at the Steinhatchee location and traveled all the way from Gainesville.
It's a great opportunity for students too to give back to the community, because that's what we're all about, is treating people, bringing them wellness, and this is an opportunity for students to see what it's like when they're in their own private practice on how they can give back to their community.
Now, Dragon Rise's employees partnered with the location of the True Aesthetic and Wellness Center there in that